everybody, how's it going? Stoudman coming back at you once again. And today I have a little Blu-ray update and possibly review. Hopefully not a rant like last time. This is a movie that I watched last year with my friend Brandon Skinslip. We did it for our 365 movie project, I believe. And it was one of the scariest movies that either of us had ever seen. Which was really nice to see because there are so many horror movies coming out now that just suck. They're just horrible. Or if they're not horrible, they're just not very good, right? Or there have been for the past 10 to 15 years a lot of bad ones coming out, right? So we were really pleasantly surprised to see this one because it was affecting. It really did scare you. It really was creepy. And it was the kind of creepy that you all by now probably know I enjoy, which is the slow plodding creep, which is based around all the gothic concepts that they came up with in like early American and even late European literature that I love so much. I love the gothic. I absolutely love gothic stuff. And that's not to be confused with goth. I'm talking about gothic things. I'm talking about Edgar Allan Poe. I'm talking about Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I'm talking about all of those like early horrific kind of scary thriller kind of gothic stuff. That's what I'm talking about. And I really love seeing that in film form. Not a lot of movies do that, but some of them do it, and when they do it well, I absolutely adore it. So needless to say, when I saw this with Brandon, I was very pleasantly surprised, very happy. So, without further ado, I picked up The Babadook on Blu-ray. Yes, this is the special edition of The Babadook, which comes with a nice slipcover here. And if you haven't already picked this up with the slipcover, you might want to run out and pick it up as quickly as you possibly can, because rumor is this is a very limited edition slipcover, like limited to 5,000 print run or something like that. So yeah, if you don't get it soon, you might never be able to get it. Just saying. And it's a really cool slipcover. Now, it's not just this nice little, cover here, which this is a really cool cover artwork, very simplistic but very cool, right? And it's not just the background here either, which is also very nice. And you see kind of the storybook character here, right? It's also that it opens up like this. Wah, the Babadook is coming to get you. Or as I like to say, Babadook, duck, duck. So yeah, to give you a closer look here, if it's in a word or it's in a look, you can't get rid of the Babadook. So yeah, this was a really creepy movie that I really enjoyed. So when I discovered that this really cool slipcover here was going to be a limited print run, I just said, you know what? Came into a little bit of money and I said, $15 to make sure that I get this slipcover? Okay. And that's how much it cost. It was $15 to have it shipped to me from Amazon. So yeah. And this is a Scream Factory release. So as you can expect from a Scream Factory release, it's not just a cool slipcover here. There's also a lot of cool special features and, of course, a reversible cover on the inside of the slipcover. So all in told, you get 3 pieces of artwork here, because this is the second piece of artwork. This is the one that you'll see if you take the original one out and turn it around. This is the inside artwork, and I think it's really freaking cool. I mean, even if you can't get the slipcover, even if you can't get this, I still say that this is worth picking up, because this is a really cool cover right here. I mean, if you can take out the original, I don't really like the original cover. I'll just put it that way. You get 3 pieces of artwork, and the third piece that you get is the one that you see when you find it on the store shelves. And I'll just show you the inside here to give you an idea. It's really not that good. It's okay, but it looks like pretty much every other horror movie that's come out in the past 10 to 15 years. So it doesn't make it look very special at all. It's very basic artwork. This, on the other hand, is not basic. This is very nice. So yeah. But it's nice to have the reversible artwork anyways, because that means that the crappy thing that you see on the store shelves, not necessarily something you have to stick with. You can go with something like this, which looks really cool. Also comes with a swath of special features, deleted scenes, cast and crew interviews, behind the scenes of the making of the film, Jennifer Kent's short film Monster, and theatrical trailers. So, yeah, not a whole lot of special features, but, there are a few in there, and it's a nice release. So, if you want to support independent horror and you want to get a cool slipcover like this one, maybe think about getting the Babadook on Blu-ray? Quick, because otherwise you're not going to be able to get the slipcover. But like I said, even if you can't get the slipcover, at least it's got the reversible cover in there. Still, really cool slipcover. I'm glad I picked this one up. So, yeah. I know a lot of people probably didn't like this. This is a controversial movie, to say the least, because there were a lot of people who said, "Oh, it wasn't scary at all," or "Oh, that's not my kind of horror movie," or "Oh, it was a stupid movie," or something like that. But I also saw a lot of interesting comparisons being made between this and The Shining. Which, when you actually think about it, this is kind of a callback to The Shining in a lot of ways. And it's the best kind of callback because it's one that you don't immediately see when you're watching it for the first time, or most people won't at least. And on top of that, it's its own original content. It's not pulling directly from The Shining. It's just paying a lot of homages to The Shining. The story itself just so happens to be, in a lot of basic, simplistic ways, very similar. I mean, there's not a hotel, there's nothing like that going on, but there's still that kind of creep factor from that kind of movie, like The Shining, that's going on here. And that's the kind of creepy stuff that I like. That's the kind of scare that I enjoy the most. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the kind of stuff that Alfred Hitchcock did. I like thrillers. Thrillers are my meat and potatoes, man. I love thrillers. This really is more of a thriller than a horror movie, but it's still got all those horror movie elements in there, and it's just a slow, creeping, crawling, blah, scary kind of movie. And I like that kind of scary movie. I mean, a lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people might not like it, and I feel like that's probably because a lot of people become desensitized at this point to horror movies at large. We've seen a lot of horror movies just amping up the killing and the jump scares and all that stuff, to the point where something that kind of tries to go back to the roots of horror, to the roots of gothic content, it doesn't really affect you as much anymore. And I can understand being disappointed by that, but I wouldn't be disappointed in the movie. It's not the movie's fault that you're desensitized. It's not, I don't know whose fault it is. I wouldn't even say it's your fault. I would just say that you kind of have to be able to turn that part of you off and try to remember what it was like to enjoy a creepy campfire story or something like that. Because that's the kind of horror movie that this is. So, yeah. I mean, coming at it from the right point of view, it's an absolutely excellent movie. And the thing is, I don't think it can be denied that it's an excellent movie. There's nothing, technically wrong with this movie. Everything is technically brilliant. The only problem that people seem to have with it is that they weren't necessarily scared by it, some of them. But if that's the only reason that you're watching a horror movie, then I don't even know what to say to you. Like, there's more to a horror movie than being scared, first of all. Second of all, there's more to watching a movie, period, than being scared. There's more to watching a movie, period, than any one thing. If you can't enjoy this movie for what it is, what the hell's wrong with you? I mean, I'm sorry, but come on. It's a really cool movie. So yeah, my little rant out of the way. Very happy with this pickup, but yeah, being that it was $15, I didn't really get much else. So yeah, that's my pickup for this week. Hey! Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you later. Peace.